Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Ryder Sigety. We're just wishing the Pro 125 class good luck. And here first that was Ryan Quinn, a professional motocross racer, then Wally Palmer on the stock Varg, and then after that we're coming up to Lucas Schulman, Loretta's kid, Kyle McDonald, Vince Caramana, recently off a broken leg, Kyle Grenowitz did really good last weekend in the pro class, Jared Stoner, the Tour Pro Championship rider for last year, and that's most of the Pro 125 and 25 plus line. But now off to the start, I'm going to show you a little bit of front cam, then a little bit of back cam.
So, Ryder, you're not on the pro line. That's the line ahead of you. This is your line, which is the B open line, right? Anybody who rides a B in the B class can ride this line.
Yeah, so I'm just going to try my best to make my way up to those guys that I just wish good luck and try to even pass some of them, which I'll show you later in the video. But right behind me is Landon Wentz, and he stayed on my tail for a little bit, and then you're going to see it later in the video. We do go back and forth a little bit, so make sure you guys stay to watch that, because it's not running away with it here. There's definitely a bit of a battle.
Did we say yet that this is the Mad Bass GP Tour race in South Jersey?
Yeah, so a little bit of an introduction too. My name is Ryder Sigety. I'm a 4-time national champion at GNCC and a part of the Ampro Factory Support Off-Road team. This is the Mad Bass GP, like my dad just said, as the Tour Series. And yeah, well, we're just going to show you some highlights. But here, I'm just working my way up into the line ahead of me. So this is, I guess, a 25 Pro or 25 Plus rider because he's not on a 125. And you're going to see I'm going to start making my way up through these guys in a minute. Also, once I get around him, I'll show you guys some back cam of me. Also, pretty much the same thing, but back cam. I don't know, I feel like the perspective is pretty cool. And also, I love all like the different line choice and everything at this at the Tours event. Like, I don't know, it was so easy to make passes here, I felt like.
Yeah, lots of opportunity to make pass, I think is what you mean. Not easy people to pass. Lots of opportunity. Yeah, so one thing that they do at Tour is they have an extreme section that, as you can see, he's going through right now, that you have basically two different lines on the left and right side in the extreme, which is really great. And if you choose not to do the extreme, they have a go around, but it's approximately a minute longer. However, even if you fall in the extreme, you probably lose less than a minute, but I saw people getting stuck in the extreme and had to turn around and get a second chance at stuff.
Yeah, even some fast riders I know had to do that. But this track was really fast. Even if you guys are just watching the GoPro, I usually don't like watching my own GoPro video. I'm like, I already raced here, I already did this, I don't want to watch it again. I thought this was really exciting. But coming up soon, Landon Wentz in my class. I told you I did not run away like I would have hoped so. He's right on my butt right now, and it's hard to tell, but he's right behind me, so I'm pushing as hard as I can. That's probably why it feels like I'm going fast. There he is on the right side, takes a right line. I go over a log, almost fall, but then I was able to get past him and just stay in the lead for at least a little bit for now. And coming up, we're gonna get to like this sugar sand jump. And I know in the Super Mini on Saturday, I saw my competitor Dominic Griffin. He cased this super sugar sand jump, and it was sketchy. I mean, you had to clear it. Like, either clear it or don't hit it, because landing in that sugar sand was sketchy.
So if you didn't notice, he just went through it. It wasn't like a really big jump, but it was sugar sand. So if you had to either roll it or double it, which was tough. And look at that dust, and that's tough, that dust. Like. And here's our buddy Ryan Quinn racing a 125. Props to him for being such a big guy on a 125.
So I was pretty stoked about my results. I don't like to brag about it, but I felt like I was riding really good this race, and I was able to get the overall in this race by 3 seconds. And it wasn't the biggest race in the world, but it had a lot of the fast guys because of that Pro 125 class and the 20. Oh, by the way, look at this guy fall on the right. That looks sketchy. That's what I'm talking about.
That's that double jump you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Landing in the sand there was a little sketchy. And look, right here, I was coming into that thinking that I was going to get stuck behind that guy who was falling and scoring. But there wasn't a ton of people in my race, but there was a bunch of fast people because they had the Pro 125 class, which you can win $300 right there if you win that. So we had a bunch of fast guys, and there's 6 races a day. By the way, right in front of me is Vincent Caramana, coming off an injury, and he's testing a town and country bike right now. But he was going great on it, and props to him. He was doing really good. And thank you for letting me go, Vince, if you're watching. But he's just a great rider to ride with. And 6 to 8 classes in each race, just because there's only 4 lines, but a lot of lines have more than 2 classes, or more than 1 class on the line. So there's a lot of riders, and I know a lot of riders that do more than 1 race too, and it's a lot of racing too. So make sure you guys come out and check them out, because it's awesome. They're just getting around Vince, and I'm pretty sure soon we're gonna catch Jared Stoner. And Dad, you want to explain a little bit about him?
Yeah, so I've known Jared for years, or known of him, but I never really was that close to him, or as close as I'd like to be, because he's like one of my idols. Matter of fact, he once overalled a national hare scramble, or I guess it was a regional hare scramble, as a B rider. And that day, Barry Hawk, part of the Ampro Yamaha team that Ryder belongs to, Barry Hawk was chasing the series, and he was there that day, and he actually beat Barry Hawk from the B line. And he's also last year's tour champion, and he's a several-time ECA champion, and also has a pretty successful shirt business if anyone needs shirts. But anyway, that's not why he's my idol. And I always say this every video: if you could please like, subscribe, and so important to comment to help support Ryder's channel, that would be great. Any comment would be great.
Heck yeah, definitely, guys. But coming up, it's just the battles here just get better and better, and it looks like I was trying to take every line that Jared was not, or Stoner was not taking, and it looks like I'm far away, but the GoPro, the fisheye lens on the GoPro makes it look way farther than it was. So in a minute I'm gonna get a little closer, and you're just gonna see we're neck and neck battling here.
So he really made it clear what that double jump was, and it wasn't like it was this really big jump, but it was enough sugar sand that if you didn't do it right, you were gonna have a big problem.
There's so many lines here. I feel like either you could put together really good lines, or you could easily just get a bunch of bad lines. But right here, this is where we're starting to get really close. I'm taking any alternate line that I can take. Also, you're gonna hear we're just neck and neck. The bikes are screaming. So in a minute, I'm gonna let you listen more to the bikes once we get into these faster straightaways. And somehow I was able to pass a 250 on my YZ125. Just listen. You guys saw that? I was able to make the pass, and then in a minute we're gonna catch up to Carter Sinovinsky. And he wasn't on the line in front of me, but he was going pretty good. Taking a line I didn't see a lot of people take through that endurocross section. Over on the right on the logs there, I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's just uncommon line. I think a lot of people went to the left like I was doing, but it was hard, this endurocross section. Like, I fell one time, or not fell, but I got stuck one time, which you guys are going to see in a minute or two, because I was able to get up pretty fast, but it's technical for sure. I know Kane Wentz is putting them together, and he tells us every race the next one's going to be harder, the next one's going to be harder. So hopefully that's true. Hopefully they just keep getting harder and harder. But in front of me now is Kyle Grenowitz. Kyle Grenowitz did great at the race the last tour event. He actually won the pro class in one of the motos. And right here, catching up to him. He's a little sick right now from what we were talking about before the race, but he's just a great rider, and he's just doing great this year.
Yeah, speak of Kyle, everyone, including Kyle, was like scrambling through the pits looking for air filters, and it's only a 30-minute race and air filters were already wasted. That was really amazing how quick air filters gave out. And one thing I wish I could have seen on here, but for some reason we don't have it, is when you passed Corey Dorton. I don't know if that's how you say his name. I don't know if he was trying, maybe he was just doing the race to get some course preview knowledge. Oh, you didn't pass him. Oh, that's why I said, okay, sorry. But you did beat him on adjusted time, and he ended up winning the pro overall for the day. So I'm really excited to see where you land when you decide to go, or when they bump you up to the pro class.
Yeah, definitely should be interesting. Right now we're catching Dylan Rakia, so he is on the pro or the 25 plus line. So it's like the same thing with Jared Stoner. Just gonna try to take any line that I can that is just not his line, because it's not that I'm trying so hard to get around him. It's also the fact that if I'm riding behind him, the dust and the silt is so bad I can't see anything in my rut. So here, I thought this was cool. We're like jumping across lines and stuff here. And do I get him in the same? No, I thought I got him in the same spot. But definitely just good racing going on between us. Good racing with a lot of people this weekend.
So how were your results for the weekend, Ryder?
Results were great. I did what I had to do. I got first in my super mini motos on the Town and Country bike, and then I got first on the YZ125 in B Open and the B overall. And for the first moto of the YZ125 race, which you're watching now, I was able to actually grab the overall, which means I beat unadjusted time by 3 seconds. Wally Palmer, a bunch of fast guys that were all battling in the pro race on their big bikes. So this should be interesting once I get into those classes, hopefully.
Yeah, so this is going to be neat when we get to Wally Palmer, because I don't know if we said this already. My memory's so bad, but he's on an electric Stark Varg, and every time he came through, he would do an obstacle and just electrically launch to twice the speed. Wow, look at that roost flying there. Is that Wally?
No, that wasn't Wally, I don't think. But see, look, I got a little stuck. My front tire fell into that tire, and then I did a little Graham Jarvis turn. I thought I was pretty cool, and then just back on the road. That was pretty fast stop though, and couldn't have really gone much better. Well, it could have gone better. I could have not fallen or got stuck, but whatever. So I also put Wally Palmer. I passed him in the second moto, definitely not the first moto, but just look at all the roost coming from this Stark Varg. I don't know if we talked about how he's on a Stark Varg. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm riding behind them, and it was surreal to be riding with some of these guys that I just have looked up to my whole life. But Wally, I don't think he's given his full effort here. All he had to do was win his class, which 25 plus was not a problem for this guy. And he was saving his energy for the pro moto, which I will be moving up to soon, hopefully.
So as we're coming to the end of the video, we appreciate you watching. We appreciate liking, subscribing, commenting. And if you have any suggestions, we'd love to hear it. We'd love to hear your opinion on this race. I thought it was awesome. It was amazing how it really kind of, course, deteriorated, but still was a ton of fun.
Yeah, so coming up soon, it was a really tough goggle day. I saw a pile, I don't know if you guys just saw it, a pile of goggles at the finish from people throwing them off. So I ran out of tear-offs, and we took my goggles, we were throwing them off because I ran out of tear-offs, and back on the course. But I completely screwed that up. I had my goggles stuck on the handlebars, completely screwed up the goggle change, but it ended up working out fine. 1 lap left, and I have a brand new set of goggles, which was cool.
Yeah, that's because it drizzled and all the dust stuck to the goggles like a breaded chicken cutlet. It was terrible, the dust with the rain. Anyway, we're at the end of the video. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you at the next one.
Bye, guys. Thank you for watching. See ya.